Imagine a quiet, snow-covered town nestled high in the Swiss Alps. For 1 week each January, Davos transforms into the buzzing epicenter of global power. Black sedans with tinted windows glide through narrow streets, depositing the world's most influential figures at the doors of a heavily secured conference center. Here, heads of state mingle, chief executive officers of Fortune 500 companies, tech billionaires share ideas, top academics, prominent journalists record it all. They have come for the annual meeting of the World Economic Forum, an organization that aims to tackle the planet's most pressing challenges, a unique spectacle of power and intellect, a place where scripts for our collective future are drafted and discussed. The atmosphere, immense possibility, and profound exclusivity. Inside the halls, conversations flow about ending poverty, combating climate change, harnessing artificial intelligence for the betterment of humanity. The stated goal is noble, improving the state of the world. To properly analyze the World Economic Forum, we must first understand what it is and what it is not. At its core, the WEF is a Swiss non-profit foundation. It was established in 1971 by German economics professor Klaus Schwab. Its original name was the European Management Forum. Its initial purpose was to introduce European business leaders to American management practices. It was a place to meet, talk, exchange ideas. Over the decades, its scope expanded dramatically. It began inviting political leaders in the mid-1970s. It broadened to resolving international conflicts and addressing global social and environmental issues. Today, it stands as a premier institution for public-private cooperation. The WEF is not a world government. No army, no formal legislative power, no ability to tax citizens or enforce laws. Its influence is what political scientists call soft power. It operates by setting agendas, building consensus among powerful actors, framing the big questions of our time. It achieves this through its vast network, its prestigious annual meeting, its numerous year-round initiatives, widely read reports on global risks, widely read reports on competitiveness, widely read reports on gender gaps. The organization's funding model is a key piece of the puzzle. The WEF is primarily financed by its member companies, around 1,000 of the world's largest corporations. To become a member or strategic partner, companies pay substantial annual fees. Fees can run into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Those fees grant access to the WEF's networks, a seat at the table in Davos, access to other exclusive events. This business-centric funding structure is central to the debate. Supporters see a pragmatic way to engage the private sector in solving public problems. Critics see corporate interests buying influence over the global policy agenda. Ultimately, the WEF functions as a powerful global convener and think tank. It provides a unique platform where public and private sectors coordinate beyond traditional diplomatic channels. For instance, a prime minister having an off-the-record conversation with a tech CEO about digital regulation, or finance ministers strategizing with bank leaders on funding green infrastructure. The WEF facilitates these interactions, believing collaboration across spheres of power is the most effective way to make progress. Whether this model is a brilliant innovation or a democratic deficit remains the central unresolved tension. They propose solutions that can affect billions, from the way we work and travel to the very nature of our digital identities. The most compelling argument in favor of the World Economic Forum is rooted in a pragmatic reality. Our most significant challenges are global in nature. Pandemics do not respect borders. Carbon emissions affect the entire planet. Digital information flows instantaneously across continents. In such an interconnected world, coordination is essential. The WEF provides a rare and valuable space for this coordination. It brings leaders from government, business, academia, and civil society into one room. Government, business, academia, civil society. It helps break down silos and fosters holistic thinking. One clear example is WEF's work in global health. Long before COVID-19, the forum launched Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, in 2000. Gavi helped immunize over 1 billion children in the world's poorest countries, preventing millions of deaths from measles, pneumonia, and polio. Key partners included Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, UNICEF, World Health Organization, pharmaceutical companies. By 2023, Gavi had helped avert more than 17 million future deaths. The WEF accelerates the transition to a greener economy. Through the First Movers Coalition, major companies committed to buying low-carbon products in shipping, aviation, and steel. Creating a guaranteed market de-risks investment and helps scale new technologies. This uses corporate market power as a lever for environmental change. The forum also acts as an early warning system for global risks, highlighting climate inaction, biodiversity loss, and social cohesion erosion, pushing leaders toward long-term planning. On the other side is a deep concern: democracy, equality, transparency. Critics view the World Economic Forum not as a collaborative platform, but as the embodiment of a new global oligarchy, private, largely unaccountable, where the wealthiest coordinate to shape policy in their favor. The exclusivity and security symbolize decisions made without public consent or meaningful oversight. This creates a democratic deficit, where the voices of ordinary citizens are drowned out by the consensus of a self-selected elite. A central pillar of this critique is the inherent conflict of interest from the public-private model. When multinational corporations, legally bound to maximize shareholder profit, are invited to co-author the rules for their own industries, the outcome is predictably skewed. When financial regulations are discussed in meetings dominated by the world's largest banks, policies may favor deregulation and corporate interests over consumer protection and systemic stability. During the 2008 financial crisis, many institutions whose risky behavior contributed to the collapse were prominent WEF members, raising questions about its ability to challenge the status quo. The WEF's tech-forward framing draws criticism. Solutions like digital identities, biometric data collection, and expanded AI carry profound implications for privacy, surveillance, and human rights. Critics worry ethics are downplayed amidst partner-driven innovation. While plenaries are streamed, the most important conversations happen behind closed doors: private meetings, dinners, corridor chats. This opacity fuels suspicion and undermines democratic legitimacy. The core idea: the pandemic exposed systemic weaknesses. Use the crisis to upgrade capitalism, greener energy, fairer labor, stakeholder models. From the WEF's perspective, it was a timely call to channel crisis into transformation. Redirect subsidies, rethink taxation, invest in new safety nets. Supporters hoped recovery would steer toward equity and stability. But controversy exploded. Elite endorsements fueled top-down perceptions. A 2016 speculative video line, "You'll own nothing and you'll be happy," went viral despite clarifications it was a thought experiment. The duality sharpened: good faith reform versus elite imposition. Even positive plans feel threatening when developed in an exclusive forum and announced without broad democratic consultation. The criticism hasn't gone unnoticed. Protests recur each year, kept at a distance by security, yet remain a powerful reminder of public skepticism. In response, the WEF diversified voices, programs like Young Global Leaders and Global Shapers, and elevated inclusion, mental health, and gender equality. Still, many say core power dynamics are unchanged. So, we are left with two compelling yet conflicting portraits of the World Economic Forum. One depicts it as an indispensable catalyst for cooperation, accelerating progress in health, climate, and technology. The other paints a shadow assembly of elites with little transparency or accountability. Both contain truth. Reality likely lies between them. The WEF is, at its essence, a tool. Like any powerful tool, its impact depends on who wields it and why. It can convene power, mobilize capital, and set global agendas. That power can vaccinate children, finance green energy, or entrench corporate influence and widen inequality. The question isn't whether the WEF should exist, but how it can be held accountable to the global public. Engage critically, pay attention, read reports, follow independent journalism. Demand transparency from elected attendees and disclosures of commitments. Ensure all voices are heard, not just the powerful and wealthy.